Hello, today I will review the Object 703 variant 2, a Soviet Tier VIII premium tank. I will show two battles, then the modernization and the armor model. This tank has a double gun, so either you can use it as a magazine or you can use it to shoot from the two barrels at once. So here at first I'm going to that position here to side scrape a bit. Waiting for some tanks to appear. Well, the problem here was that I was trying to do the double barrel and shoot, but this is not working while you are doing double barrel because I assigned it at the other button. So here my allies are pushing that position. Here I was trying to maybe get through, but it wasn't in time. So what I'm thinking here is that I can't peek out on the Caliban or Somo SM, and now I will just play overly aggressive with pushing this flank. This isn't the best idea actually, because yes, there are those tanks on the splashes. I managed to get 824 damage into the Lorraine, and I'm tanking 600 damage. So I traded 500 damage for 800. I'm not obviously not hitting this shot because he wasn't seen. So the great thing about this tank is really its ability to deal good amount of damage, so 780, and this is a really good potential here. Or you can shoot like here, like this here. Well, actually, you could have used the magazine on the Somo SM here. I mean the double shoot mechanic. But I just shot once. Not hitting this shot one. So this tank doesn't have the best accuracy here, but it is hitting pretty good still. Its stabilization is also pretty good. Like I don't have any uncomfortable moments with it with aiming. I'm just damaging the Somo SM pretty good here. I see that the Caliban is dead now, so that means I can push those two Somo SMs. I need to kill the first one pretty fast. I think they are both reloading, because they are playing rather passively. One shot tank, the other one is going into him. And now I am just driving towards the remaining tanks. and look whether I will still be able to get some double damage in. So I missed that shot, unfortunately. I'm not lucky here. So the mobility of this tank is fine. It's pretty fast with 43 kilometers per hour with turbine hitting this one. And you see, I'm not having any issues with stabilization here, because even though the aiming time is pretty bad and like looks pretty bad with 3 seconds, but I don't feel any uncomfortable moments here like on a defender where I have to aim a good amount of time to be able to hit something. So this is a heavy tank, and that means that you have more action, you can get more credits. Potentially heavy tanks have just more potential to get more credits. The ammunition on this tank is decent with 221 millimeters penetration. Getting this one in for 816 and 270 millimeters of penetration on gold round, which is pretty good for tier 8 heavy tank. For the second battle, I am on Oyster Bay with this tank, also playing against tier 8. And for that battle, I am driving to the heavy tank's position I like the most on this map. So you see, I'm one of the faster heavy tanks here, arriving pretty quick at the position. And going straight here to side scrape a bit. The ISU is there. Well, I shot a double barrel, but while activating, I moved towards the stone, and so only one shell hit the tank. So if you are, it's taking about 2 seconds or a bit more to load this mechanic. So you can use it to go around corners, like load it up and then go around corners. So I'm trying to hit this one into his commander hatch, managing to get one hit for 406 damage. The alpha damage is pretty comfortable here with 390 alpha damage. So the DPM overall is also pretty good with the double barrel, so you have a magazine of 2 shells with not the best intra-clip reload of 5 seconds, but it's still a clip and the shells are reloading with the same speed. My 122 TM is pushing. I used intuition here to switch to the shell, but right there the ISU appears to be there and I hit him once. And now I'm just retreating. Well, my 122 TM died. Now I have to handle this kind of alone. But there won't be much of a problem because I can kill the ISU pretty fast. The VK doing some magic here. But artillery is damaging him. I'm not hitting his commander hatch, but I'm tanking the ISU while I'm in my intra-creep reload. The gun depression just hindered me to get a shot into his side. So I'm peeking a bit more out like this. I don't think that the ISU will push. So I can just now I can just shoot him into his side with enough gun depression for that tank. And now I also think I can kill the ISU. I want to kill him on fast reaction, and he's turned to meet with his side, and I'm easily finishing him off. Maybe I can get some of those some shots onto those tanks here. One into the T-28 and another one. And now I'm loading again, not gold ammunition, because I will probably shoot at the distance, for example at the T-103. So I'm going into this bush here. I'm reloading the second shell. Maybe I will miss the first one, and yes, indeed I am missing the first one. But I'm hitting the second one, at least. I'm spotted from the meal, and I am preloading and destroying the meal with that shot. I don't know how I hit that, but apparently I did. So I just preloaded this one before I was going around the corner, so I was able to destroy the tank with a bit of luck here. And the artillery is getting destroyed, so that's a win for our team, or for my team. So in this battle I dealt 3500 damage, got 4 kills, and I tanked 2000 damage, so the tank amount is pretty good here. I got 1163 experience, and from the base credits I got about 100,000. But I didn't have any reserves on, so yes, I got 222,000 here, but I didn't have any reserves on, so that would have been 70,000 with reserves here, and also with clan reserves it would be also about 100,000 already, even though I shot a lot of gold ammo and I had consumables, so that can seem that it's not a lot, but with the right reserves you can get a lot out of the tanks, even with using gold ammunition, a lot like I did in this battle. So overall I would say this tank is worth buying to grind credits. Like I already mentioned, it's a heavy tank. It is capable of farming more than, for example, a tank destroyer. And overall, the gameplay on him is very comfortable, especially with the stabilization. And it has a special mechanic that can deal up to 780 damage. From the armor model in this tank, you can see it has pretty good armor if you shoot at it with basic rounds. The upper plate is pretty good armored, the turret is very tanky with all the red spots, and only the cupola is able to be penetrated. The lower plate is penetratable. If you load gold ammunition, it will look like this. Depending on the angle, it may look like this, so it can be penetrated, especially with tanks that have higher penetration, and also with tanks on tier 10. You can use your gold ammunition to penetrate him into those spots here. If this tank is side scraping, it is good armored, like you can see, especially against not gold rounds. So everything is pretty red here with some green spots, but they're difficult to hit. If you load gold ammunition, and the only thing you should pay attention to is maybe this thing. If your enemy has good penetration, then he might able to penetrate you into this spot if you side scrape, but usually this doesn't happen. So overall, the armor of the tank is very good. For this tank, I am using hardening to get more HP, turbocharger to be faster, and stabilization to get that good gun handling. As for modernization, I would use this to have better speed crossings and aiming labs to have better aiming speed, and view range to have better view range. Even though if you are annoyed by artillery, you can take this or nothing. That's it for that video. Like and subscribe.